Hello, you guys. So today I'm going to be reading Giraffes Can't Dance, and this is with Orchard Publishing, and they have granted us access to read this book aloud to you all. So I hope you really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite books, and I'm just wondering right now, have any of y'all ever seen a giraffe dance? Do you think they danced good? Do you think they've got as good of moves as you kids? Because I've seen y'all's moves. They're pretty good. So let's get into this. Giraffes Can't Dance. Giraffes Can't Dance by Giles Andreae, and it's illustrated by Guy Parker Rees. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was as long and slim, but his knees were awfully bad and bandy, and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees. But when he tried to run around, he buckled at his knees. Look at that. Oh, poor Gerald. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. Jungle dance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad because when it came to dancing, well, it was really bad. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango, which was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel, and 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish shrill. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked towards the floor, but the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar. "Hey, look at clumsy Gerald!" The animals all laughed. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool! Oh, Gerald, don't be a draft!" Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. He couldn't move. "They're right," he thought. I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor, and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before. So sad and so alone. He's leaving everybody at the jungle dance. Then he found a little clearing, and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. "Excuse me," coughed a cricket who'd seen Gerald earlier on. "But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song." Different song, huh? "Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to." Have you ever sat outside at night and just listened to the wind and even the crickets and everything outside? With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hoofs had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing around. Look at Gerald. Oh, I think he's maybe found his rhythm. He threw his arms out sideways, and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. I'm dancing! Yes, I'm dancing! I am dancing! Gerald cried. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him and quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen." How is it you can dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how. But Gerald, he simply twizzled around and finished with a bow. Look at all the flowers he's getting thrown at him. I think he got a standing ovation for his dance. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. "We can all dance," he said, "when we find music that we love." So this book, it's not just about dancing. It's really about what we talk about all the time in class. We talk about growth mindset and setting goals. And if we really want something, then we gotta do it. We gotta work for it. So today, I want you to think about, what are you gonna be working on this break that you haven't had time to practice on? Maybe it's those basketball skills, maybe it's gymnastic, maybe it's cooking. Whatever it is, I wanna know. So put it in the comments and let me know what you're gonna be working on to get better at over the break.